Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Buffalo Picker. This is my episode 20. And I have with me tonight my special guest, Lorena Sweet TX Finds. Glass City Pickers, my regular weekly guest. And I'm supposed to have Ashley Wheeler as well. And I think she's running a little late. So we're going to go ahead and get the show started. And basically what we do here is we talk about reselling weekly accomplishments, what we have coming up for the weekend, and basically just talk reselling. So I always start the show off with a talking point. And right now what I'm going to do is let my panel introduce themselves.
Glass City Pickers. I'm Chris.
I'm Tonya.
When we make up the Glass City Pickers, go ahead, baby.
I'm a full-time nurse. I work at the VA, and I do reselling. We do reselling part-time.
I'm part-time, full-time. I ain't no part-time nothing. So I'm full-time reseller around here. She part-time because she got a full-court job. I don't. But that's what the Glass City Pickers do.
Go ahead, Lorena. Did she freeze?
It looks as though she did.
It looks like
it. Really smiling.
I don't know what happened. No, I felt like it dropped the connection on my end.
Yeah, we hear you. It's just you kind of froze for a second.
Sorry about that. I am on the Wi-Fi. I don't have a direct connection here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. My name is Lorena, and I'm a part-time reseller. I have 4 kids, and 2 of those are under 2. Well, 2 and under. So I don't have time to be full-time yet. But as soon as one of them goes into school, there you go. That's when I'm going to start.
For sure. Well, nice to have you on the show.
Yes,
nice
absolutely.
Right now. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. So let me give a shout out to the chat room right quick, and then we'll get on into the topic. Hopefully Ashley shows up. I know things happens. So we got Lanshaw Picker, the first one in the house, Triple G.
What's up, Lanshaw?
Triple OG. Thank you for coming out, Lanshaw. Big Craig. What's up, Aaron? Bill, I appreciate you coming out, flipping to pay the bills. I showed y'all a package that Bill sent me last week on the last Friday show. So me and Bill, we kind of keep in touch on Instagram. Thank you for Nurse Flipper. Got to come out and catch your show a little bit more often as well. Jody, thank you for coming by. Big Texas Picker, thank you for coming by. So basically, I'm sorry. So basically, our talking point tonight is going to be what should a beginner consider before getting into the resale business. And I just want to get everyone take on that, and you can basically talk about your own experience, what you had to consider before getting into reselling, and and things that you have learned along the way as a reseller that you probably think you should have considered before you got into this business. So, I mean, it's an open-ended question, and you can, you can answer it, to your experience or just to things that you probably thought you should have done a little bit better before you got in this, or thought about a little bit better before you got into this business. And then we're going to open it up and just basically talk about reselling and question and answer. If we have anybody in the audience that have questions for us, and at the end, we're going to do a show and tell. So basically, anybody on the panel, you can take that question and then I'll close it out. And the question is, what should a beginner consider before jumping into the reselling business?
Lorena, you want to take it?
I'll take it. That's fine. For me, because I still consider myself a new reseller. I'm definitely not experienced like most that are out there. And I think that before you jump the gun on reselling, just know that it's going to be a lifelong process of learning. if you don't like to learn, if you don't like to study things and just be up on information that's out there, you're not going to really enjoy reselling. That's why I don't think that people should fear new resellers coming into the game. A lot of people come in, they try it out, and they realize it's not for them because it is I think it's very time consuming, and it is like a full-time job. Honestly, for me, it is. It's like I left my full-time job doing what I was doing, and now that I'm here, even though I say I'm part-time, I find myself just even like thinking about reselling, and I feel like reselling is consuming my life to a certain extent, you know. So I mean, just if you think about it, just it's something that you have to constantly be learning things, you know. And if you're not willing to do that, it's not going to be for you.
Right.
I would have to agree with you on that. For us, what I would say is don't be afraid. I know we've talked about this before. Don't be afraid to start. Like, we started on eBay, and what we did was bought a couple silly little things that were pretty inexpensive because I was afraid, like, oh my gosh, I'm not spending hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, and then not going to sell anything. So we, started with little things, $5, $10, $15 objects, and then products. And then we went and I had like free samples. I shop at Dillard's a lot. It's a store here in Ohio, and they're always giving out free samples. So I used to sell the samples of like Clinique makeup things, toner, things like that. And let me just tell you, those suckers were flying off the shelf. I was like, I got to go spend more money because I'm making a crap ton on it. So I mean, just silly little things around the house. Shoes, purses, kids' clothes. You can start anywhere. You don't have to go out and spend hundreds or thousands of dollars if you don't want to. Just to, get your feet wet and start out in it. You think?
Yeah, I think.
And don't be afraid.
I think, that's what I was just about to say. Just don't be afraid and believe in yourself for one. If this is something you want to jump off into, just believe in yourself. Like we always say, do your homework on what you're trying to do and go watch some of these professional ones that's out here that's really doing it big time. Go watch some of their videos. Go try to steal some of their ideas and put it towards your ideas and try to make them work. You can be very versatile in this business right here. But like you said, Maria, like you said, TX Finds, you gotta be able to want to learn. And if you're not trying to learn, you're gonna hold yourself back, and you're not gonna grow, and your business not gonna grow. So I just feel like you gotta have the tools. Just finding stuff from your house if you want to first start out. Just find some stuff that you're not gonna wear no more, or like you said, like my wife said, kids outgrew clothes and stuff. Everybody, next person trash.
That lamp you don't like anymore.
Yeah,
next
person trash is the next person's treasure. So you just gotta find your groove and find your niche and get in where you fit in at. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything was said on the panel. I agree with time. I mean, this business will consume your time. I used to be a big time video player on Xbox. My wife used to be like, hey, you on the game too much, come spend some time with me and stuff like that. And
get off the game.
Yeah, get off the game. And it was like I just didn't realize it was something that would come along and get my attention enough to pull me totally away from the game. And I barely touch that game now. And also just to kind of reiterate some of the things that Glass City Pickers was speaking of, you definitely got to do your homework. You definitely got to get out here and see people that are doing it bigger and better than you, and kind of take bits and pieces from their blueprint and add it to yours. One thing that I warn though is that when you out here doing your research and you trying to figure out, how you gonna find your way into the game, is you can't sit on that fence for a whole year, 6 months, 3 months contemplating on what are you gonna do, how you gonna do it, because you never know how good or how successful you're gonna be in this business until you actually put your feet into the water. And but just like Tonya of Glass City Pickers was mentioning that she was using caution when she got out there. She was hesitant on certain things, and there's nothing wrong with that. You definitely got to, anything you do, you got to pursue it with caution. You can't just jump out there head first and then figure out that, you don't made a huge mistake and you can't recover from it, and then it kills your business or it kill your motivation before you can even get started. But yeah, definitely a big component of reselling is doing your research, knowing that, before you go and make a major purchases, go out and make a major purchase, that you done did everything you can to make an informed decision about that purchase, and don't just go buy it because it looked good or because you like it or because you think, it's a good sale without even crunching any numbers or doing any analytical work to see if that's a good buy. And that's types of thing you learn as you go. I know that when I jumped into the business, just speaking of myself personally, I had did enough homework. I looked at enough people, and I give those people credit. If you go back to some of my older videos, I gave those people credit for what I learned from them. And I can say that's kind of some of the things that I took from them spring loaded me into this business to put me in a position to where I am now at a pace that, most people don't even accomplish at this point into the reselling game. So definitely, you definitely want to do your homework. It will consume your time.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be dedicated. You can't come into this game thinking they're going to work for you if you ain't putting no work in. You got to be persistent. You can't have one bad deal or one no, and then you just quit. It's going to be roadblocks. Even to this day, long as I've been doing reselling almost 3 years now, I have roadblocks, but I don't let it stop me. I find another way. And there's so many different avenues you can travel in the resale business that you don't have to be on one platform. You don't have to be on one niche. You can just, my inventory is diverse. I diversify everything because you can make money in so many different areas. So I don't just stick to one thing to sell. Although I'm big in selling toys, and everybody that know me, I love to buy Barbies because I have made a lot of money off of those. But at the same time, I don't just pigeonhole myself into those categories. I spread myself out so that if one thing slows down, something else may be picking up.
Right.
Well, and plus you got to make sure you stay focused anywhere it go. Don't, when you're thinking about giving up, refocus on something else and try to put the tool into your business and try to put the tool into your hustle. You can't just say, well, like Buffalo said, oh, I can't get this or I can't do this. No, you can. If you stay focused and if you're hungry, if you really want this business, if you want your business to grow and you really want this hustle, you're going to stay focused. You're going to do anything you can by any means
and don't
necessary.
Get discouraged if you don't sell something in one day, because
please don't.
The very next day you can sell 10 items.
Please don't.
Right.
Yeah. You got to have patience in this game too, because everything ain't going to drop from the sky for you. You got to put that work in.
Yeah. Just like for me.
Go
ahead. Oh,
no, go ahead.
I was going to say, for me, when as a new reseller, whenever I first started doing this, I didn't have that many I didn't have that many items in my store. So it was a little bit discouraging because a lot of social media accounts, you follow when you first start off, you follow the bigger accounts. That's just a tendency that, I as a reseller started, and you'll see these huge numbers and then you start off and then you're like, wait, my numbers aren't that big. What am I doing wrong? So you start doubting yourself, but it really does take time to build up that inventory. And I agree with what you said, Buffalo Picker, a diverse inventory, because I'm more of I don't want to stick with one thing. I want to be able to go to the Goodwill and be able to go to the clothing and pick up like 1 or 2 items or whatever that are going to sell. But I also want to go to electronics and buy stuff from there because there's good money in electronics. video games, books. I mean, there's just so many categories, and why would you limit yourself to just one thing, you know?
Right.
Well, that's where you're beating yourself right there. You know, if you limit yourself. Yeah. Go ahead, Buffalo.
Yeah, this business right here, it's almost like I always use this term. I used to have it on my Facebook group in the photo, limitless. You know, you gotta be limitless when you doing this business. You cannot say, well, I'm not gonna do this because of that, and I'm not gonna do this because of that. If it got that dollar sign on it, and you feel and you know that if you put in the work, you're gonna eventually get there, then that's the mentality. Is you gotta put that word in the back of your head and say, I'm limitless with this business. Because when I look at this business right here, I don't have to just do retail arbitrage. I don't have to go to just yard sales. I don't have to do online arbitrage. I don't have to do just liquidations. You know, it is so many areas you can go and make money with this business. You know, I don't have to do storage finds. You know, I don't have to do estate sales. I mean, it just, the list go on and on and on where you can go and make money in this business to help your business evolve. And my thing is if you put yourself in a pigeonhole, there's a term we used to use in the military called marking time. It means that you just walking in place. You're not going forward. You're not going backwards. You're not going sideways. You're just walking in place. And that's what I say with your business. If you're not trying to explore those opportunities when they appear, then you marking time. Because I know with this business right here, a lot has to do with your capital. And if your capital is not right, that's why I always preach to people is that even if you start with a little snowball of $200, $100, $500, whatever your limit is, you want to keep rolling that money until it become a boulder. You don't want to be like, well, I'm going to get my nails done today because I made $50, or I'm going to the game because I got an extra $150 that I made off of my $500. No, you can't look at it like that. You got to reinvest that money back into your business to get the capital. When something come along, an unbelievable deal come along, you got the money available to make the purchase. You know, so but yeah. Anybody else got anything to add to that talking point?
What you had something to say?
My thing was too, is we've talked about it before. You know, you can't be, as a new seller, you can't be like, oh, I don't like that, I wouldn't buy that. No, you buy that because somebody else is gonna love that.
All right. Right.
Yeah.
You can't.
I think I've learned as an. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, young. Go ahead. No.
I was gonna say that as a new reseller, like the whole research thing, like there was one video that I saw. Like I like finding vintage items to sell, and I saw a video where it pretty much said like anything that you find from like China, anything that you find from Hong Kong, Korea, so on and so forth. If you find any clothing item with those labels, it's pretty much going to be from like the early 90s to like the 80s to like the 70s, whatever. It's going to be really old. And if it's a cool, unique pattern, pick that up because it's going to sell. I mean, just label it on eBay, vintage, so-and-so item, sweater, cardigan with this print and blah, blah, blah. And that stuff sells. That's actually my favorite category to sell in, or made in USA. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. David Collier. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. No, that is, you're fine.
Okay. David Collier in the chat also mentioned private label. It's another avenue you can use to make money in this business. I mean, only caveat to that is that you definitely have to have the money to invest and and do the marketing and everything else that comes with that. I mean, you can get there. I mean, if you be in the business and you bankrolling your money and you find an item that you fully vested and believe that it can make you some money and you can be competitive on Amazon with that product, then I say more power to you. I looked into private label when I say my first 6 months into the business, and I just declined. I got the sample. They sent me the sample. The company was, I wouldn't say they was in the 90 percentile, but they probably around the 75, 80 percentile. And I just didn't trust at the time to invest that kind of money into a product, which it was selling. It was pretty hot on Amazon at the time. And it kind of fizzled out probably about a year after I kind of declined to go ahead and seal the deal. I had my label, I had everything ready to go. All I had to do is just drop the money, make the purchase, and then my orders would have started coming. But I just declined. I just deferred to just keeping my money and investing in myself at the moment.
Was that more of a gut feeling?
It was a gut feeling. It wasn't because I couldn't do it. It was just a gut feeling that I just felt like, being 6 months into the resale business, I wanted to do some more homework and see, if that was something that I really wanted to do right now at that time in my resale life. So I don't regret it. And I'm still looking at a product to go back to. But right now, I'm still in the cradle phase of moving forward with that product, And I look at, cradle to the grave. The grave is, you basically, got that product out there and it's ready and it's running. But for me, I'm at the cradle phase with this particular product. And Glass City, you and I have spoken about it.
Yeah.
But it's things you have to definitely get in place, and have these things locked and loaded before you jump out there, because that's a significant amount of money to lose if it goes south.
Right. You don't want, especially as a young reseller, you don't want to put all your eggs in that basket and they all crack.
Right.
David said he spent $4,500
trying to find a new a chicken. What'd you say? David said he spent what?
Cost me $4,500 for my item, and I already got my money back and is in the profit area right now.
Well, good job, David.
It's let me speak on this right quick, man, and then we can move on.
Sorry, the kids are home.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I did my due diligence going into the private label. And there are so many tools out there that you can use to do your extensive homework to figure out, what you want to sell, what's competitive out there, how many units are selling per month or day with a particular item. And then you can take that particular item and mimic, some of the things to make it your own and come out with your own product. I mean, it's not that hard to do private label on Amazon if you got the capital. And on top of that, and I'm pretty sure David can speak on this, is that you definitely got to do your due diligence before you jump out there. You can't just jump at every shining object and say, hey, I can sell that. They selling that. I can sell that too. And you jump out there and next thing you know, you 4,500 in the hole. So you definitely want to make sure you do that. And I mean, from everybody I talked to about private label, it's definitely some money to be made in it, but get with somebody. My advice to anybody out there that want to jump into the private label, make sure you get with somebody that's already doing it, that can help you from making those starter mistakes.
Yeah, please. I don't want nobody to lose no money, and I know nobody else don't want to lose no money. So you better be smart with your money.
I don't understand it all, so I'd really have to research it all.
Yeah, you better be smart with your money. Me and Buffalo then talked about that. We talked about that.
I don't understand it all, so I'd have to really someone had to sit down and explain it to me, and I don't understand all of it.
Like the first year we had started this, you was talking about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you remember I did a video. I showed you my product. I mean, I wouldn't show you the product. I showed you the package.
Yeah, I remember now.
It came in, but yeah, I think I got a product that is gonna be hot. But I just like I said, right now I'm still doing my due diligence on, what I'm gonna do, making sure I got the right artist that's gonna create that label for me,
Right.
and then get it in production.
Right.
So that, because a lot, optics plays a big role with people even taking a look at your item. You may have a hot item, but if the label look, where they catching people attention, I mean, you're going to struggle to make those sales unless you're going to dump a whole lot of money into marketing for you going to have, your item constantly popping up everywhere to kind of get in people's mind. And I don't want to, kick out that kind of money. I'd rather have something that's going to grab your attention. When you first see it, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Okay. Right. Well, what's up with this product? Right. That's the kind of thing I want to pop out at people. But like I said, it's still in the cradle phase of me moving forward with it. And I don't like losing money. And I'm sure everybody out here in the audience don't as well. But that's kind of one of my big pet peeves is I don't like making bad investments.
They're asking questions.
And trust me, I have made a few when I started.
Yeah. I think we all have.
You got some questions out there, big time. You got what are resales? Is it asking anyone sending anything into FBA having delays? We haven't sent anything in because we were told we weren't allowed. We're getting ready to. However, since March, I've asked for things to be brought back. We're waiting on those.
Yeah. It's basically from the little, and I was intending to go over that tonight because I'm a part of this group that sent out messages on what's going on with Amazon, what's trending on Amazon, and while we talking, I'm trying to look for it. I should have had this together already, but I know that
while you look at that, while you looking for that, I must tell you something that they said today on the news where they were talking about Amazon being sued. Where Amazon is being sued because Amazon is trying to, I guess, as us being third-party sellers, and they keep trying to. That's
even FBA sellers.
Right.
We do that.
That's what I'm saying. They keep trying to beat.
A product's going for 50, and Amazon brings it in at 20.
Right.
Forever.
So now they got a lawsuit against them about it. So
that's
how that played out.
Yeah, I remember that information is not new information because the lawsuit started out in California.
Right.
Yeah.
So it just got brought back to my head again when I heard it again. I'm like, I'm gonna say something about that to see if anybody had heard anything or whatever, because you got to look at that, man. If they, they double and they triple and they money off us anyway, because they getting their money out of us anyway. Any way it can. It's their platform. I understand all that. But in the same
quadrupling.
Right. But in the same breath, you got to look at us as third-party sellers. If we send something in there, say we bought it for $20, and we probably asking $50 for it. But we're gonna have to pay fees out of that $50 and everything. So we might make a $10 profit. Then Amazon will go get the same product that you have and then lower it all the way down to $20 that you paid for it. So, it's kind of a difficult fight.
Do you sell, Lorna? Do you sell on Amazon?
I did sell at some point, but it was just books. Like if I would find books at a garage sale, I'd ship them off. I didn't do it too long though, because it's just that's kind of the thing with the going into reselling. For me, especially with all my kids and my family and all the stuff that I got going on, I can't go all in, So I was stressing myself out, trying to do too much, So after a while, I was just like, no.
What is
right now? I don't have anything more. My main platform is eBay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's her baby right there. She loves her eBay. I love both of them.
I like both of them, but I just started with eBay, Amazon, and that's where we started off making really good money. So
Amazon is my dog. Come on in, Amazon.
I don't want to do I really started out good on eBay and I made a lot of money and I did really well. And then I went to Amazon and made even more. And I'm going to leave that stepchild back. I can't do that. No. That's baby.
I think Amazon is like, I think Amazon is just, it may be, I just don't like going to the stores. So like if I do retail arbitrage, I don't like going to Walmart. I don't like going to Target. I don't like going to different stores and and just I'm not really a shopper. I online shop. I'm the one buying all your products probably from Amazon and stuff like that.
Thank you.
If you got anything ideas you might need, we'll show enough ship them to you to have from Amazon. But no, go ahead.
I found the email, man. They basically were just saying that the price gouging suspensions have dramatically fallen with Amazon to almost zero, and basically cautioning people to make sure they stay away from certain products or selling them at a reasonable price so that you don't get caught up in that jam. And they are saying that Amazon has decided to hire 130,000 employees to that they brought on to keep those 130,000 employees. They offering them a full-time position.
Nice.
And they saying that Amazon is no longer offering the lending process. So basically what happened was people was defaulting on those loans that they had got the money for during Q4 or whatever, or before Q4. And when the pandemic happened, people were saying that I can't pay the loan because you telling me I can't ship stuff in, so I'm not making the kind of money that I were making. So they defaulted on the loan for 2-3 months. And so Amazon, I guess their solution to that was just stop, loaning people the money. So that's where they're at right now. They said that the lending has stopped for the most part. So
I have a question. Right. Did the Amazon fire affect you guys at all? That warehouse fire, I think in California.
Not that I'm aware of.
They said that a lot of third-party products wasn't at that particular warehouse.
Well, I know for one thing, we've been shipping majority of our stuff from our house. Merchant fulfilled. So Amazon hasn't been getting, and a majority of the products that we did have on there before the pandemic, they've been flying off the shelf. So we just starting to plan to push some back out there to Amazon. But if they're gonna limit us, then that might be our problem. As long as they don't limit us, we got a whole room full of stuff for
damn room that needs to go.
So got a whole room for them.
I'm gonna say too, Sweet TX Finds, that if you decide to eventually go and give Amazon another shot, it's quite a few people that sell on Amazon that strictly do online arbitrage. They don't go out into the stores. They have the things shipped to them, and then they send it off to Amazon. So you might want to look into that as well. Yeah, and it's a couple of tools out there that you can use to help you with that.
Yeah. That's what we had started doing for a minute. You know what I'm saying? To this pandemic hit, we was going online getting a lot of stuff, especially when this pandemic hit, we was online getting stuff. So, but they weren't letting us ship none in. But like we said, we did it merchant fulfilled. So that might be a good idea for you to get back in that groove again.
Merchant fulfilled versus FBA. Which one do y'all prefer?
FBA.
We never did merchant fulfilled.
FBA.
We weren't allowed to send anything in. So we had to completely switch our whole way of thinking and then find new product. And let me just tell you, when we found the new product, we have shipped out about 600 to 650 in products in a couple months.
Yeah.
Don't give that information out.
no, but you got to look at the situation.
But you got to adapt to change too.
I like
what you got to understand too, Sweet TX Finds, is that everybody ain't gonna do the work. And it's like you can tell people the method all day. If you're not really feeding them the fish, some people just are not gonna move on it. You can give them all the stuff that you know about reselling, and they still not gonna move on it. Now, if you give them everything you know about reselling and you giving them the products, they may move.
Right.
Yeah.
or
But
you giving them the money to go buy the products. But yeah, man, you gotta be real selective. But no, we don't have nothing to hide around here. What we doing is God's blessings. It's been all blessings from the higher power. That's how I felt. That's how I know. That's how we felt. All three of us. I know that. So we just try to pay it forward and stay positive. Even when it's negative, we still try to pay positive, a positive picture. And keep it focused. That's how we do. Even when we down and out, we still up. That's how I feel. Yeah. And I want to ask you a question. Since you only sell on eBay, what is some of your most unique finds you done found since you've been doing that?
I found since I haven't really been doing this that long, I believe the most unique find that I've had is old it was a baseball mask from either the 1920s or like 1910, but I didn't know this. My dad actually found it for me, and he was like, "Hey, look, you can probably sell this. It's old." And I looked like more into it, and I sold it for $200, but it was just one of the more unique finds that I've had. And it wasn't really something that I found. It was actually my dad that helped me out with that one. So
guess what? You found it because he gave it to you. So
that's true. That's true.
You found it. That's your pops.
I told him that I owe him lunch, and I still haven't taken him to lunch.
Oh no. But that's real unique.
Well, you're taking my headphones out.
Say it was an old face mask, huh? Baseball face mask.
Yeah, it's like a catcher's mask. Yeah, it was a catcher's mask.
Yeah, that's cool.
And when you asked about, what do we like better, merchant or FBA? Like I said, we just, started doing merchant fulfilled. But back to the beginning, when you said you feel like it's full time, that's how usually I make that a statement on here, because honestly, that's how I feel. It's like I work full time, but I feel like we work full time at this. But I love it, and I wouldn't give it up. Yes, I really do.
Same here. Yeah.
But I'd rather send stuff in.
Let me give a shout out, and we'll get back into the topic to the chat room. I want to give a shout out to Ben Flipping Goods. I appreciate you for coming by, brother. I appreciate you. Eric in Ohio, appreciate you coming out supporting the channel. Else we got showed up?
Eric,
Bill Tackett, Big Texas Picker.
Yeah, I think everybody else. David Collier, Swamp Picker. Appreciate you coming out.
Dana.
Dragon Value Homes.
D was in here. Did she leave? D was here. Did she leave?
D.
Okay. Flipping Particles. Hey, D.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming out.
Harry,
still celebrating your birthday.
It's her birthday today?
It was this week.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, she probably still celebrating.
Yeah.
I think Reverend Resale is celebrating his birthday.
Happy birthday, Ray. Nikki T was in here too.
Yeah, I think I seen Nikki T. Thank y'all for coming out supporting the show. So to that original question, Sweet Texas Fine. I prefer FBA over FBM, although FBM is good. Yeah, she's still here. But my thing is, I don't like dealing with customer service. And going FBM is basically no different than selling on eBay. You pretty much prepping, packing, and shipping, and any concerns come up with the customer, you have to handle it with the customer. And the con to FBM is that you can jeopardize your account if you're not doing it, correctly. If you're not shipping those packages on time, if you're not answering the customer on time, because they'll hit you up. They'll send you a message saying that, hey, you got so many hours to respond to this customer question, and if you don't, it start being a negative towards your performance, So that's the only difference between FBM and eBay when it comes to Amazon. But I prefer FBA over it all, because you can just take a massive amount of items, put it into a box, and ship it to a fulfillment center, and you're done with it,
Well, you know why? Hey, Buffalo, I'm a piggyback off. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. Now, FBM, I love it because we get more profit. But
Yep.
That's what I was gonna say.
FBA, I
Yep.
love it because I can just ship it out to them and let them do what they're supposed to do, and we still get our money.
Yeah.
You silly. So I'm really balanced on both of them. If I have to stay FBM right now, I don't mind. But I'd rather ship all this stuff out of my house because I'm tired of looking at it.
Yeah. I mean, if you got the space for FBM, then I would say more power to you. Keep moving forward with it.
Yeah.
But for me, you know, I have space, you know, but it's like the space is filling up quickly because I'm constantly buying.
Right.
And I know that, you know, my operation, you know, my business model is to get so many items, pack it up, and send it out to Amazon.
Yeah.
And I haven't changed that business model. I'm still collecting to send to Amazon, but at the same time, like Glass City Picker to say, is that you got a better profit margin when you do FBM. So I'm not leaving FBM at all. I mean, FBM was an eye opener for me, but at the same time, I'm still gonna get my stuff to the fulfillment center,
right,
to get it out of here, so I can make room for something else.
Right. It seemed like since this pandemic came on, and like you said, it was an eye opener because we wasn't doing no FBM at all. So when this came and it came on our table, and we did our pivoting and did our fading away, and we started hitting shot after shot after shot, I felt like Michael Jordan. I'm getting some money, you know. So I just look at the profit margin, and that profit margin that, you know, you ain't worrying about too many fees, storage fees, and all other little fees Amazon try to hit you with. That's why I said, like Heat Buffalo said, we stand still going to be FBM, but we are going to send some stuff out for FBA so we can get that stuff to Amazon because, like I said, I'm tired of looking at a lot of things, especially these toys. I know Christmas is going to be coming around, and I don't know, man, this team, I don't know if we're going to be able to handle that much product that we shipped out for just the stuff we shipped out, this 650 some items.
I feel blessed though. COVID-19 rocked for sales. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it did. And I'm glad, and I'm glad that people feeling a little bit more safe to go out and get their own stuff and everything. But if y'all need us, Glass City Pickers, we're here to go do your shopping for you. We'll send it to you. It cost you a couple dollars here and there, but we'll send it to you. Don't worry. But yeah, you just gotta have fun with this. If you can't have fun with this business, you don't need to be in this business. You got to have fun with this business and enjoy it, because I enjoy being with her. I enjoy the hustle. I enjoy what it brings back to us. I enjoy collaborating with other people and picking their brain and seeing what they got going on, seeing how they doing things. So like sitting down with you, even though you say you a young up and coming, that's how I look at it. You're not full time yet, but sometimes you feel like it. I can still learn something from you. So that's the beautiful thing about this community and this business.
Big Tom, did you see Big Texas Picker has a question. He tried to ship some Doctor Who collector figures to FBA, got a message to fill out an application for sale, and they were asking for merchant receipt. He wanted to know if we've ever dealt with this. He bought them from a private sale, and he doesn't have the receipt.
Yeah, I mean, I have heard of it, but I haven't had to deal with it. And if you can't produce that receipt, then you pretty much gonna have to bring those back. I mean, because
I don't even think he got to send them in.
Huh?
Send them in.
He didn't even get to send them.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he sent them in. I don't.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So on something like that, like if we're scanning out in the stores and it says you can't sell it, I get home and get on the computer and I look it up, because 9 times out of 10, there's 10 other listings for that same product with still a nice ranking that, guess what, you can send in. So just because it says on the phone, you can't always check it there. And then eBay, sell them on eBay.
Well, the couple of things, I sold some toner at one time. It was an HP toner. I believe it was a toner. I don't remember what I was trying to sell, but I wasn't able to sell it in new condition. it forced me to sell it like refurbished or something like that. I had something funny because if I tried to sell it new, I had to fill out this form and produce receipts like y'all said. So I had to at the end switch it over to refurbished. I don't remember what the word was, but it was like it was used.
Used like used.
Yeah,
usually
I had to do that. Yeah,
like used, like new, like
yeah.
new.
I think it was collectible or like used, like y'all said. Yeah.
Yeah, when you dealing with electronics, a lot of the big companies, if you don't have that that invoice from them to sell a item, they pretty much force you to downgrade your item in order to sell it on Amazon. So I have ran into that before as well. But the thing is over time, see, this is what a lot of new sellers don't. I wouldn't say they don't realize it, but they just, I guess they don't have the patience for it. And I'm not speaking of all because it's not no all in anything, but I'm just saying some resellers, beginners, it's like they want to auto ungate. They want, you go out and get an item and you can sell the item and you like, okay, well, I can sell. They say I can sell this brand, and I just bought this, and it's the same brand. Why can't I sell it? Amazon put those mechanisms in place for a reason because they want you to prove to them that you're serious about reselling. And a lot of people, that would deter them from Amazon, because you get out in the store and you scan 100 items and you may find one that you can sell. So, but what I do say to new resellers is, you put in the work. One thing I like about Amazon is they will reward you, once your performance come up. If you got good performance within that 90 days, you will get rewarded. They're not going to tell you, okay, well, we open you up in Nike and we open you up in Clorox and whatever. You still got to go search to see if you open up in those items, but they do ungate you in a few items every 90 days if you got your performance up.
Well, even we've been through that. We've been through that. And one thing, we have stayed patient, and we still find another way to get stuff to Amazon. And it might not be a product you might be, like she said, restricted on at that time, but we find another way to get it on there.
And Big Texas Picker, I'm listening to what you're asking. You put on there to sell toys, they ask for an application to fill out. Amazon, they're such freaking assholes about some things. So one day I can scan this and not be able to sell it. Tomorrow I scan it again for shits and grins and I can sell it. So you just have to, you have to scan everything. There's a lot of toys that we cannot send in. And then, like Buffalo Picker was saying, there's, let's say, for instance, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I can send in 20 of their items. One item I'll scan and you're restricted, not allowed to sell that. I don't understand the method to their madness, but
I do.
It is what it is.
I understand.
So just keep scanning.
They don't want everybody on their platform thinking they gonna come in there scamming and scheming and thinking they're getting away with something. So they put you to work. They make you go through.
You gotta scan.
You gotta go through hoops. That's what I believe.
Scan everything.
They send you through hoops.
And you go to the store today, go scan, and you can't sell it. You go back in a week. Guess what? You'll probably be able to.
That's how.
Yeah. Another thing too, you got to remember is that a lot of their system is computerized. It's all ran by a computer, and there are room for error with the computer system. So that's why I always say, if you run into a problem and without a shadow of doubt that it could be a flaw, then you get on the phone and talk to customer service and try to work it out. Because they're not flawless; they have flaws. So. And sometimes the computer make a mistake. Sometimes a bug in the computer that just at that moment in time, like Tonya was saying, it blocked her from selling an item. But when she knows she could sell it, and you just sometimes just got to make that phone call and talk to the person to get it fixed. But I think Big Texas, is he saying that he's trying to get ungated in an item and they're asking him for an application? Is that what he's saying?
He may be trying to sell it new and he's probably not able to, or he's probably gated.
Yeah, so that's what it sounds like, is that you gated in that item and they require you to send a invoice in from the distributor, authorized distributor, saying that you can sell that item. You know, every brand have an authorized distributor throughout the United States. You just have to find them and get an invoice from them to sell certain particular items. You know, that's where I had to jump through the hoops when I jumped into this. I had to go make a few phone calls, send a few emails to different brands, figure out where their distributors are to get ungated in some items. So
it's also, I think, how it's listed in the beginning. For example, we're ungated in Hasbro. I thought I could send anything in Hasbro. For example, Nerf products are Hasbro. 9 out of 10 Nerf products, even though they're Hasbro, I cannot send in. That 10th item I scan, I can send that in. So just I don't get it either.
Blow me up right quick, Buffalo. I want to show Texas Find a perfect example. If move that light, baby. If you can see that Texas Find, you see what that says?
Yeah.
That says you see that says restricted, right?
The camera went out.
Camera went out.
I'm sorry.
Right there.
You see where it say you can't sell that?
Yeah.
Right
yeah.
Okay, now look. I'm gonna go right. That's the same item. It says you can't sell this in new condition, but you can sell this in easy. I mean, what it says, baby, you can sell this in
used like new.
Yes.
You can sell it in used like new.
Okay.
You can't sell it new. So it's a water filter. What am I going to do? Take it off the sink and send it to you?
Yeah. So it depends on what you find and how you find it. So you just can't get discouraged on it.
Yeah. Don't give up. Keep scanning. You know? Scan.
And look, if they say you can send, it's new, send it in like new. Hey, okay. I'm gonna send it in like new, and I'm gonna make my price go where I know if I bought
that HP ink that I was talking about.
You froze, honey.
The kids might have came and unplugged it. But yeah,
I don't know what's wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, that HP ink that I mentioned earlier, that toner that I sent in, it did end up selling, even though I had sent it in and listed it as whatever the
criteria they say.
The criteria, the used criteria.
Yeah.
I just said it like that, and I sent it in, and it sold. So,
yeah,
right.
I think you can also put in your own little description, so you can say new in box. I mean, I think most people know if it's a printer toner or something like that, you're not going to send in one that you've been using for 9 months out of your printer.
Hope you won't.
We hope you're not.
Because we know they'll send us back some stuff that they know it ain't ours. They'll send it back to us like that's what we didn't send them. So you never know, man.
Hey, what our sales said that they bet you can get ungated to sell that as new. That filter, I think. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, we didn't sold. That's the killing part. We didn't sold some of these different. This is the same brand, style, but it was a different style. We didn't send and sold plenty of them. So, it's just like, and we got some right now that we ready to ship away. We got them on Merchant Fulfilled right now. But when time come and we ready to make this load go, they going too. So
let me answer Big Texas so we can get that cleared up. Basically, that's the message that you get when they got you gated in a product. So they say application, but really what they're looking for is a invoice. And once you send in that invoice to them, if it's legitimate, then they will ungate you in that product. And like I tell a lot of new sellers as well with Amazon, just because you get an invoice doesn't mean they're going to automatic ungate you in that product. They look at your performance as well. Your performance is not up to par, then you don't get ungated. I got a young reseller that I kind of mentored for a while. and his performance is not that well. And he went out and got invoices, and some of those invoices Amazon approved, and some of them they didn't. So be cautious of that. Is that work on your performance. If you only been in the game 6 months, you want to put in some good work for 6 months and then start working towards getting your invoice. I got my first invoice to send to Amazon after I had been on Amazon for about 10 months. And that was like my performance was so well that once I started sending those invoices in, I was automatically ungated, with no problem. Nothing was returned, nothing was rejected, So now it's like, I have a lot of items that I can sell. That's why I say I diversify with my purchase, because I can sell so many different things at Amazon. I'm not up there where I can sell Nike and Adidas yet, but I believe it's coming.
Well, yeah.
Anybody sell food?
Yeah,
we all sell food.
Yeah, we sell food. You need some? Tell us what you need after the show. Let us know.
We can go right in that other room and say whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
As soon as the show's over, I'm going to go look.
Hey, let me give a shout out to the chat, and then we're going to go into our show and tell. We read at 56 minutes, and Sweet TX Finds. We don't like to hold people on the show because we know you got other things you got to do in life. So we'll and I want to let everybody know, and Jennifer is not here tonight. I don't know where Jennifer at, ma'am. I'm gonna have to talk to her. If you out in the audience and you haven't subscribed to Sweet TX Finds, make sure you go to her YouTube channel and subscribe and turn on the notification for when she posts something new that you can like it, give it thumbs up. She's a new reseller in the game, and please reach out and support her. I want to give a shout out to Marie for coming and supporting the channel. Hip Flipping Mama, what's up, Mama? Thank you for coming out. Who else we had new to show up here? I think that was about it. But yeah, Jennifer is normally here every show. I don't know if she got the notification, but definitely everybody in chat, make sure, like I said, this is a repeater. Go out, like and subscribe to Sweet TX Finds channel. Help her build up her subs to get her channel up to 1,000 subscribers and plus. So we're gonna move on to the show and tell portion of this show so that we can bring it to an end.
You just got one, too, Sweet TX Finds. You just got one. Glass City Pickers just hit you up.
So if
we'll go first, Buffalo.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll let you go first. Yeah.
I got a lot, man. I got a big, nice haul today. I wish Cajun was here so he could see my haul. But yeah, I got a nice big haul today. I'm talking about y'all go ahead, man. I'm gonna take them.
I only brought out 3 things.
We hit a lick too, but
you told me the other day that I always get up and leave. My ADHD, I can't. I gotta get up. So I just got up this one time to go get some items to show.
Yeah. Make us bigger, Blow. Make us bigger, bro.
All right, just a second.
So these are just a few of the things that I picked up over the weekend. These go pretty well on Amazon. It's yarn for crocheting.
We've been selling,
and believe it or not, they're
selling it off the chain.
Very inexpensive, and I sell them in the 3 packs on Amazon, and we make a really nice profit on these guys.
Beautiful.
That's one. This was my good find. When the stores opened back up, I got this at Burlington. I'll tell you guys, and literally, I paid $1 for it. I just sold one for $34. Can you see that?
Yeah, they can see it.
And honestly, that wasn't price gouging. That was like I was the lowest price on Amazon for it.
Right.
So I paid $1 and sold it for $34.
Nice profit. Get it here, baby.
Now here's back to our Hasbro and Nerf. We can sell this. It's a damn Nerf thing.
Yeah.
So we got these at a really fun price because I had 15% off at the store. So we got a few of these to send in.
And it's a Nerf product.
And it's Hasbro, but it's Nerf.
Right.
I gotta do my Vanna White.
Yeah, better.
Y'all can sell it?
And we can sell it.
I don't understand
we
it.
Can sell it. We got enough of them too. So we're gonna show.
Let me show you one more thing. They're greasy, but so I went to that estate sale. I showed you guys a few things last week. There's one other thing. I did get some vintage things because Lorena's talking about vintage. I know she probably won't like these or won't. Well, she might. I shouldn't say that.
Because you're a grease monkey.
Yeah, I don't know. So I did get some vintage oil cans, and they still have the oil in them.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So I got those two. I thought they were cute. I like them.
Oh yeah, that's nice right there.
So, and literally, I'm looking in there. I'm going, what am I going to do with the oil? It's still in there. How am I going to send that?
Some people might want it like that.
I'm using a little bit of Dawn dish soap. But I thought they were kind of.
Oh, you done messed it up now.
And they got I had 25% off on them that day, so I got them at a good price. I think.
You heard me?
What?
You heard what I said, Tonya?
No.
I said you don't mess them up. Now you don't took the oil out.
No, I haven't washed them yet. They're still sitting in the garage. There's fresh oil in them, ready to go in the tractor.
And anybody want them, you can get them for a good deal. Bundle them up for you. I know you resellers like to resell, so we can show enough sell them to you.
Yeah. That's the type of stuff I normally pick up, you know.
Yeah, that's it, Buffalo, y'all. That's all we have.
Okay. All right. I want to give a shout out to She Sale by Sue.
Hi,
Thanks for giving out, Sue. Appreciate you. So
Hip Mama. What's up, Hip Mama? How you doing?
Yeah, Mama showed up. Appreciate you, Mama. And Marie, they basically support the show every week.
Oh, Marie was in here too, huh?
Yeah, so I went out today to an estate sale, and I only went because they had some Barbies. They had a couple of Barbies in the photo.
That's all they need to get your attention.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I stayed in this house for probably a little bit over 2 hours, and I cleaned up in this house. Even though I had to, I ain't gonna say I strong armed the dude, but the guy wasn't gonna bid on the prices, man. He was like, "This is the first day, and we not gonna bid on the prices." And I was like, first I started out with a lady, and she was like, "Well, it's nothing we can do on the prices." And I was like, "Well, who is the price maker?" And she was like, "It's the guy downstairs in the white shirt." I said, "Well, let him know I'm prepared to buy majority of all these Barbies if I can get a better price." So, of course, he yelled upstairs, "No, we're not gonna we're not gonna bid on the price." So I get downstairs with all my Barbies they was doing checkout on the back patio and in the kitchen. But I figured I didn't want to go where the crowd was. I wanted to go where it wasn't a crowd. So I went on the patio and I put all those Barbies down. It was 16 Barbies. And I'm going to tell you, I've been collecting Barbies for a long time since I've been in reselling. And this is the first place that I have been to where I got high-end Barbies in great condition. I mean, I have never gotten this many high-end Barbies in great condition in one place. It's normally I get 2 here, 3 there, whatever. But I got 16 Barbies, and I say 14 of these Barbies are considered high-end Barbies. And when I got on the patio, and I know this is a kind of long story, but I want to kind of give y'all the backstory, is the guy was like, you just can't, yell out in the place that you want a better price. We trying to stay to a set price. He was like, "I see what you're doing. I see what you got here." I said, "Well, I mean, I'm buying a lot of Barbies. Y'all gonna make a profit." I was like, "All I'm asking for if you just give me 50% off." He's like, "Well, we can't do 50% now because 50% is Sunday." I said, "Okay, what else do I have to buy to get 50% off?" And he was like, "Well, put a few more things in your kill bag, come back and see me. We making work 25% off." But make a long story short, the guy gave me 50% off.
Yeah.
He gave me 50%. I went back and he started calculating, and he was like, I was like, "So I can't even get 25% off?" And he was like, "I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want." So he kept calculating up and the price kept going up. So when he got to the end, he was like, okay, so we're gonna take 50% off of that, and this is what it's gonna be. I was like, whoo! I was excited. I mean, I was super excited. So let me show y'all some of the stuff I got, and I'm gonna try to take this real quickly. And some of these Barbies I already have them, but this set right here behind me, these are the new ones. And matter of fact, let me try to tilt the camera. You see up top? Can y'all see up top?
Yeah, we see.
All right, so you see those up there. I'm not doing repeaters. All right, so this is
blow yourself up, Buffalo.
Oh, okay, my bad, man. I'm excited, man.
I know you sweating.
All right, so this is Queen of Hearts. This is the second one, and if you can see up here, he got it for $50, and I paid $25 for this one, which was $5 less than the one I have up top over here.
Right, I see it. We see it right there behind you.
Right, so and y'all, I just showed y'all this one up top. This is called the Moon Goddess, and he gave me this one for $20. This is the Sun Goddess,
right?
And that's her dress.
Okay.
All right.
Didn't Cher wear something like that?
Everybody know what that one is, right there.
We have her.
Right. This right here, this easily $85 doll right here.
That's nice.
Sapphire.
I got another one of these up on the shelf as well.
Ruby Radiance.
I'm gonna have to get into Barbies now.
Y'all remember a couple weeks ago I showed y'all these.
Yeah,
these two new ones.
And you got all those 50% off.
Yeah. This another one. Coca-Cola.
Hey, you must was flexing on them, man. You showed them.
Hey, man, I had to stick my chest out a little bit.
Yeah. He was scared, wasn't he?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, all these dolls are in pristine.
Did you seriously flex on a 70-year-old little man?
No, this dude was 70. I have had a couple of these.
Flipping Particles put Buffalo equals a king of Barbie.
King of Barbie, the Barbie king.
And this right here is the Mardi Gras Gala collection.
By Winkles.
I can't even show y'all this one. This one covered up with the paper. So
I just sent one to California like that.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's that one, but she had paper all around her and the certificate of authenticity.
She was vintage.
Yeah, this is this was a big haul for me for to find all these good dolls in one place. And this is the Elvis doll.
Oh, go ahead. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Go ahead, dude.
And if you can look over here, all these shoes right here was 65% off at Nordstrom Rack. Only bad thing though is I ordered some Air Force Ones, 9 boxes of those came, but they were supposed to be men's and they sent me all women. So I got to take those back to the local store. But this was this actually was a shoe sale at Nordstrom, and those shoes were around 65% off. So I got a good deal on these that I'm going to flip. And I'll just show y'all 1 or 2 pairs and keep it moving.
You don't know what kind it is, do you?
I don't know what kind it is. I'm not a shoe head, but I know what it flipped for.
Tell them, Chris, what is it?
That's a Nike.
Well, really?
I know.
That's a Nike.
I knew that.
But you can see the condition. I mean, you got the box of paper, nice shoes. But
I got one pair to show somebody too.
Everybody seen new shoes before, but that's pretty much what I did for this week so far.
Yeah, well, that's a good find, bro. That's a good lick right there. That's a good lick.
Hey man, I'm probably gonna ship out.
So too.
I'm probably gonna ship out about 400 Barbies this year, man.
Yes, sir.
That's a beautiful thing.
We gonna sit. We gonna.
Well, I don't.
4%.
I don't have much to show. I have like 2 things.
It don't matter.
That's okay.
I have my room tour. I have a room tour video on my channel.
Right.
Where I could show you guys where like I got so much stuff that I'm overwhelmed. So right now I'm kind of like cut off from reselling. I mean, not from reselling, from buying stuff for reselling. But I did go to
yeah.
Oh, I did get this. It's a little flask. I didn't know what it was. I know it was old.
Is that a chili pepper?
It's a chili pepper. I don't know what it's for. I don't know if it's like to make margaritas or like I don't know.
Cute.
It is cute. But I used Google Lens because I didn't know. I know it's vintage or old, or I know it's hand blown glass just because of the bottom or whatever. But yeah. I used Google Lens to figure out what it was. I saw some on eBay selling for $79. So,
whoa!
I'm glad I picked it up.
Yeah.
And then I just have this old vintage Pioneer wear. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like
it's a vest.
It's a leather vest, I think, or not leather. What is this?
Suede?
I don't know. Oh, it's genuine leather. Genuine leather. Yeah, genuine leather cowboy vest, because I live in Texas and I have to kind of buy what that's where like the whole no niche thing comes around. Like I have to know a lot of things. I knew that was like a genuine leather vest. I know it's going to sell probably for like $40-$45, but
right.
It's just the type of stuff that I run into. So I have to know my vintage stuff so that I don't like drown, because I'm not gonna find anything. I don't really find a lot of new stuff here in this area.
That's good find though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would like to have them type of things,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. People like vintage, vintage.
I like the glass jar, the little. I like the chili pepper in there. That's so cute.
I like the chili pepper too. I thought it was cute. And then I kind of watch a lot of movies, and I watch a lot of old movies, so that I know the type of clothing to look for whenever I'm out reselling. So I'm watching the movie, but I'm watching to see what type of clothes they wear. Yeah. Like the hats and the clothing and stuff like that. Yeah, it helps out a lot when you go out there,
So if you just see it, even if you don't know the name of it, you see it. Oh, I seen that, so that got to be something. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bill Tackett thinks it's maybe for chili oil.
Oh, maybe.
That's a good idea. Could be.
Yeah.
I just want to say 2 things.
Fat man.
Fat man Flipper, thank you for coming out, bro.
Subscribe to Sweet TX Finds, and Flippin' Mama, give her a wrench because she's been putting everything out there.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody that come into the channel, if you don't have a wrench, you will have one next week. I'm sorry about that. I've been slipping on that, but definitely will get that done next week. Big Flippin' Mama already have a wrench though.
Yeah. Okay. Who was that?
And hi, Bridget. I hope you had a beautiful anniversary.
Hi, Bridget. Happy anniversary.
Oh, what about me, man?
Hey,
yeah, whatever.
Hey, yeah, it's cool. Happy anniversary. You dig? Yeah, happy anniversary, Griffin.
Bridget is Buffalo Picker's beautiful wife.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Griffin.
Hello,
I
Bridget.
just wonder who's Bridget.
I know. I in my head, whenever I see these YouTube lives, I'm like, how do y'all know each other like by name and stuff like that? Because I'm still kind of new to the whole YouTube live. So I was like, I want to get to that point.
I usually don't. I'm like Liz, like, who is that?
Yeah.
I try to stick with the. I'm a big proponent of sticking with the channel, the handler name. As you can see, like tonight, I call you Sweet TX Finds more than I have called you Lorena, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just me. I mean, I
almost called her Sweet Tea, and then I had to be quiet. I almost called her Sweet Tea. I had to be quiet. Then I can't.
I'm from Texas. I don't even like sweet tea. I don't.
I did it. I said, no, the Sweet Texas. I have
Yeah,
to.
it's like
But I do
Fat
like
Man.
Dr. Pepper and I do like Whataburger. So
It's like Fat Man the Flipper. You know, I know his name is Alex, but I like calling him Fat Man the Flipper.
That's right.
You know? I mean, I like calling people by their handler name. That's just my preference. But, you know, once people tell me, hey, just call me by my first name, then that's what I do.
My name is Eric.
Yeah, so which one you like? You like Sweet Texas Finds or you like Lorena?
To me, it doesn't really matter.
Don't
Whatever
matter.
y'all feel
Okay.
comfortable with, it doesn't bother me.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I won't call you Texas. I won't call you
Tea.
Sweet Tea. I promise.
I don't know. He might one day. I don't know.
I feel like changing my YouTube name. I'm about to go change it right now.
Hey, so hey, everyone in the chat room, make sure you go and subscribe to Sweet Texas Finds YouTube channel. We trying to push her up over 1,000 subs. So if you haven't subscribed, please take time to go out and subscribe to her channel. She's a up and coming new reseller in the community. So, you know, we try to support everybody. And thanks for showing up, Lone Star Picker.
What's up, Lone Star?
Hey, we about to end the show, but I appreciate you coming, man.
Thank you for stopping by, Louie. And Big Texas Picker.
Flipper Mama wants to know what's her name.
Mama.
I call her Mama.
Mama.
I mean, I should have a name called she done sent me like a couple pieces of jewelry, but I'm sorry, Mama. You never told me your first name. You never gave me permission to call you by your first name.
He probably scared.
Okay, come on. I got too quiet.
Okay, so I was.
I like calling you.
We're all reading the comments.
Flipping Mama normally come back. She normally have a bounce back, but she didn't snap back that time.
No, I was reading off Fat Man. He said, I like calling you Buffalo
it's Kelly.
Picker.
Yeah, that's what I was reading too.
Her name is Kelly.
What's that?
Kelly Mama.
Kelly?
Mama Kelly.
Okay. Kelly. All right. Well, I like Flipping Mama.
God bless all y'all.
Yeah, so I want to go ahead and close out this show. I want to thank Sweet Texas Finds for spending time with us tonight. And Sweet Texas Finds, you're definitely always welcome to this show.
Thank you.
Anytime you want to come out and jump in, you know, just send me a Instagram message saying that you're free and, you know, you want to be on the show. I'll bring you on in. And that goes for anybody in the chat room. If you want to be on this show, just send me an Instagram message saying that you're free on Friday. You want to be in the show, and I will bring you on this show. No problem. Hey, Donna Mays, appreciate you.
They said it's never too quiet. Not with me, it's that.
Hey, well, I want to let y'all know we're changing our show on Tuesdays. We changed to 7 o'clock Tuesday. So if y'all feel like coming and hang out with us, come hang out with us.
7 o'clock on Tuesdays.
7 o'clock Tuesday.
Yeah, so if you got anything, well, all of y'all, if you got anything you want to plug, go ahead and plug it, and then we're going to close out the show.
We just plugged ours.
I do have something I want to plug. I have a giveaway going on my channel. Not on my channel. I have it on my Instagram, but if you're subscribed to me on Instagram and you follow me here on YouTube and you leave a comment on my latest video, you'll get 3 entries into my giveaway to win a camera. And all of the information is on my Instagram if you want to go take a look. So I just want to let y'all know that.
Can we do the little chili thing giveaway instead?
If you win it, I'll throw in the chili thing too.
Oh my God. This telling you a buy it from a woman.
Yeah. So I want to go ahead and close out this show. I have 2 guests scheduled for next week as well. For some reason, Ashley wasn't able to make it tonight, and I know things happen. So Ashley, if you was able to watch the show, just hit me up and we'll definitely try to get you on another show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have, like I said, I have 2 special guests for next week lined up. And I want to thank everybody for coming out, supporting the show. You know, we try to be transparent with content. We try to keep people informed. You know, we try to be, you know, upfront and honest about the information that we put out to people. We don't shoot from the hip. If I don't know, I'm big enough to tell you I don't know. And with that being said, thank you for your support. Steeler Nation.
Steeler Nation.
All day, every day.
Take care, everyone. Have a great week.
Nice
Cowboys.
meeting you.
I was kidding.